Okay, we're going to have a look at how to form an equation which is parallel to another equation and passes through a certain point, which is not the y-axis. So, we're given this equation, and before we can do anything with this equation, it's not in the form y equals mx plus c, which is the form that we need our linear graph to be in. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to rearrange this equation. So we need to basically move the 4x across, so it becomes 2y equals 4x plus 6, and then we need to divide by 2. So that becomes y equals 2x plus 3. Now this is our starting point because we can't start here because we need our gradient, and the gradient isn't just the value which is wrote next to the x. We have to have it in the form y equals mx plus c. And in this case, the gradient here is 2 and the y-intercept is 3. So this is our starting point. So when we have to form an equation which is parallel to this, we can now quote that it must have a gradient of 2. Okay, so our new equation starts off as being y equals 2x. Now we don't know the y-intercept. We do know it's going to pass through this point 3, 4, so I'm just going to put plus c, and then we need to work out what this y-intercept is, and we do that by substituting these coordinates in. So when x is 3, y equals 4, and we're going to substitute these two numbers into here. So y is 4, so I'm replacing it with a 4, x is 3, so 2 times 3 plus c. 2 times 3 is 6. I need to move it across to the side by subtraction. So subtract 6 from both sides, that becomes minus 2 equals c. So we now have our c value, and we're going to replace it in here to give us our answer. So y equals 2x, gradient 2 from the original, and then we've just worked out that this equation goes through this point, so it must pass through the y-intercept at minus 2.